Today in this video, I want to quickly go over 5 different habits that you can form that are going to make you wealthy and rich because you don't have those habits yet and it's holding you back. Now, whether you come from the habits of being an overspender, being a bit materialistic and really liking to buy new things all the time, and you kind of get that retail therapy, that endorphin rush from buying things, or if you're more like me where you come from a family that really just encourages you to save every dollar penny pinch, but you never actually use that money to make more money, either way, these habits are really going to help you. So listen up, I'll try to get through these very quickly. Okay, the first habit I'm gonna start with might be one that you've heard before, but stick around because the other ones are a little bit less common, but this is an important one. I know, budgets are boring. So you've already heard that, make budgets, whatever. But the thing that I wanna tell you, the first habit is learn 3 to 4 recipes that you can make at home with cheap ingredients. This is super simple things like learn how to make oatmeal, learn how to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches if you don't know how to make that, I don't know. Learn how to make stir fries, learn how to make soups that you can meal prep, things like that. Because whenever you get hungry and you feel like pulling up that DoorDash, that Grubhub, or you feel like going out to a restaurant, getting some food because it's easier, going and getting fast food on the way home from your job, you are going to save a bunch of money if you always say, not today, I'm gonna make one of those 3 or 4 recipes that I already know. Especially if you meal prep things beforehand, and that can be as simple as making a big bag of rice, a big bag of beans, having some sauce, you just put it all together and you microwave it, but you just saved yourself 10, 15 bucks if you're buying it for yourself, or if you have a partner or a friend you're paying for, you saved yourself $30 to $40 every time. How many times do people go out every single week? At least once. I would say probably twice or 3 times. So right there, you're saving yourself 3, 6, 9, 12, $120, $200, I don't know, but take that money and put it into an investment. Okay, habit number 2, learn to control your emotions, because emotions make bad stock trading choices. Emotions create impulsive spending choices. Emotions make you impatient with whatever investment that you thought you had conviction with. Emotions are the worst thing that you can lose when you are trying to make money, because all of those things lead to you not making money. So whether it's you get emotional, you feel sad, and you go on Amazon and you buy yourself a new coat because it makes you feel good. If you get emotional and you have to eat food, so you order food out. Or if you get emotional and you are emotionally moved by how your investments are going up or down on a daily basis. This is probably the most common one. So many people will buy something saying, oh, this is the best thing ever. This is my favorite company. It's going to the moon. But then over the next week, the price goes down. And then they freak out, they get emotional, they either get pissed because they said, oh my gosh, this lost me money, hard-earned money, by the way. Or 2, they say, oh, I thought I would be able to make more money in a week. I could probably do it better somewhere else. Those are just your emotions talking. If you're investing in something, you should have already done your due diligence to feel convicted, to feel like this is a good choice. And that means that you're going to hold on to it for the long run. So maybe you feel emotional because this week it's down, but don't let those emotions control what you do. Stick with your original plan. All right, habit number 3. This is actually my favorite one. Whenever you get windfalls of cash, whether that be, you inherit money from a family member, or you get a bonus at work, or whatever, you get some extra free money. What's the first thing that people do? They go and spend it on something that they've wanted. They buy a new HD TV, they buy a surround sound system. Sometimes people get a lot of money, they buy a new car, whatever it is. A lot of times the things that we're spending on, we're just spending it because we got that money, we had that endorphin rush, and then we spent something else so that we could get another endorphin rush. What's it really doing for you? If you have a good mindset of a long time horizon, of things that you really, really care about versus things that feel good right now, you can change what you do with those windfalls of cash. And this is the habit. Spend those windfalls of cash on investments. Get into the habit of thinking any extra money that comes to me that I wasn't expecting is a great time that I can buy up other investments that I've been looking at. Yeah, sure. I know you need balance and you should spend things on stuff that you want, travel, vacation, et cetera, et cetera. So do figure out a balance, but it is a great habit to get into where you feel a little guilty when you buy those shoes that you actually don't need because you have 4 other pairs. You buy whatever it is that you don't really need, you feel guilty. Instead, when you buy that stock you've been looking at, a little bit more crypto that you've already had a huge conviction on, and that makes you feel good, that's when you know that you've clicked that change in your mind to, instead of being an emotional person, being a smart investor who is going to make that money into wealth. All right, habit number 4 is spend your free time that you do have, not on Netflix and things like that. Create a side hustle. I know you've heard this before. That could be something like starting a YouTube channel or starting a Fiverr. And yeah, no, I know a lot of people don't want to be content creators or social media creators, so that's fine. Maybe start an online gig with one of your real life skills. So if that's copywriting for people, or if that's graphic design, whatever that is, or you don't even need to do online stuff. If that means just taking overtime at your job, really think about it. If you're already going to watch TV or something like that, get a good audiobook, get a good podcast, and just do more work at your job anyways while enjoying something that you are already going to waste your time sitting there and watching TV with. And then you can take that extra money, and sure, maybe it's just 5 or 10% extra more than you were going to make that month, but that's extra money that you can put immediately into investments. Again, if you're choosing good investments, maybe that 10% that you made extra that month, maybe you can double that this year, and that month you actually made 20% more. That's a pretty good thing over the years that really compounds and increases the amount of money that you have invested. Okay, my fifth and final habit, which I have so many more. If you guys want more, I can do them. But this one is maybe gonna hurt some feelings for some snowflakey marshmallow people, but listen to me here. Get into the habit of stop spending money on other people. Whether this be just in general, if you're someone who just likes to spend money on other people, you always offer to pay the check at dinner, or you always just like to give gifts to people randomly. But even if it just means when it comes to birthdays and Christmas, a lot of times I will hear people say, I spent all of my money on people for Christmas. I spent over $1,000 and then they didn't give me that much. I didn't get that much stuff back. And people get all angry because they decided to pony up hundreds for each person and it added up to $1,500. And then they really didn't get that much stuff back. Get out of that habit. It feels good to give, but it feels even better to build. But here's a good way that you can make this habit work. Right? You can tell people beforehand, well before, not like a couple days before their birthday or a couple days before Christmas. Tell them way early in the year, say, this year, I'm really trying to build a new life. I'm trying to build wealth. And so I just want to let you know, for my birthday presents, I'm only going to allow myself to spend $20 or $10 on my friends. And for Christmas, I'm only going to spend $10 on each person. So don't buy me anything, expecting me to give you anything more than that. I just want you to know beforehand, that's my limit. Then you won't feel obligated or guilty when they give you, I don't know, whatever it is, a new iPod. There's no such things as new iPods, but you know what I'm saying. They give you some new sneakers that are $150. They know that you already told them you're only going to give them $10 or $20. Then you can get rid of that pressure of you having to spend money, and you can get out of your own habit of spending $1,000 every single Christmas. And over the next 5 years, you have $5,000 extra to invest in things, and then that multiplies. And then now you have, 5 figures in an investment that you wouldn't have had because you bought everybody a bunch of crap for Christmas that they forgot you bought them a month later. Habits are one of the most important things to build when it comes to building wealth, building investments, building a way that you can create more money for yourself over the years, because it's just like anything else. It's like bodybuilding or learning a new sport or a skill or a language. It's not something that you can rush and make happen in a month or 2 months. It's something that you have to consistently work at day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. And then when you look back a couple years, 5 years, 10 years back, you can say, that's why I have that money. Just like when somebody says, how do you have that body from lifting or whatever? It's not because I figured out a diet that worked in 30 days. It's because I stuck to a set of habits over a decade. You're going to be really happy that you built these habits, and these are just the starts. There's so many other habits. So if you guys want me to show maybe another 5 habits in another video, let me know in the comments below that you want that. Give this video a thumbs up, because your boy, it really helps. Get the videos out to more people. We're trying to build this channel. I'm really excited and super passionate about this. And you watching on the other side of that screen with your hand like this, let me know one of the habits that's helped you with your financial and wealth situation in the comments below. And with that, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Check out all the links in the description below if you're interested in buying Bitcoin, if you're interested in investing in stocks, either passively or actively with Webull or passively with M1 Finance. And I will see you guys in the very next video.